Hello and welcome back to a new episode of Mama Patschifig. Another week in the books. Again, it just flew by. And here we are, trying out my new tripod. It's a little bit shaky. I might be doing something wrong or, haven't figured it out completely yet. Anyway, we started the week off pretty strong in the sense that it was warm and spring-like. So I got tempted to actually plant some seedlings, which I'm keeping indoors because the nights still get very cold. I'm gonna show you some clips. Don't have any high expectations. It's not gonna turn into a gardening channel anytime soon. My mom is a biologist. And she always liked gardening. My parents have a beautiful garden. And I'm really not great with plants and I never had big of an interest. But now as I turned 40, I started doing a very tiny terrace garden and some herb gardens inside. I'm by no means good, but I'm actually horrible at gardening. Somehow it's fun. And I read a really funny book from an author I love. I'm gonna link you the book. It's in German though, which is hilarious. So I think that inspired me a little bit. So anyhow, here we are. But now I've picked up this set to start, the little seedlings thing that's gonna bloom or blossom here or grow. Expectations are so low that any little success is going to be a big success. So let's see. I might show you the progress or the not so much progress in case there is none. Let's see. We are planting here coriander and chili, and we have basil and oregano inside, which is doing pretty well. And then we planted viola, and we have lilies over there. Might be a bit early, but I'm going to pull them towards the entrance of the house, and I might cover them if there is frost in the night. But I checked. Next few days there should not be frost. And let's see how that is going. I'm really, really curious. Oh, it's upside down here. Go, Lili. Jetzt kannst du es decken, Ali.
Alle
Decken. Also schau mal, da haben wir jetzt nur die. Das heisst, warte mal schon. Die da sind da noch. Basically, weather-wise, we went downhill. It got pretty cold and grey and kind of this in-between season. It was true April weather, even though it was still March, technically, where we just got pretty much everything. We still got some snowflakes down here in the village, which didn't stay, but as anticipated, it got colder again. Yeah, and now actually it's sunny, and I think I might take you on a walk because they are digging up the road in front of our house yet again. It feels like there has been a construction site since we moved here 3 years ago, all the time, besides in winter. In winter they can't really build. But they dug up this road, then they dug up that road, they demolished a house across the road. So today it's pretty loud. So I think we better go on a little walk. We are on our walk now. Living in the mountains means that you are either walking up or down. Very few stretches where it's just straight, but it's good. It is pretty chilly and crisp this morning. Actually, I was a bit cold stepping out, but the good thing is speed walking up is gonna keep you warm. And yeah, that's that. On the weekend, I was in Zurich with the kids, and I'm gonna show you some impressions from there. It was also a little bit a trip down memory lane for me, because I used to work in Zurich about 10-15 years ago, I would say. It feels like another lifetime, but it was actually nice to go and see with the kids my former workplace, etc. And yeah, we went to the zoo and to the botanical garden. This was actually really, really cool. Welcome back. We are having a little city escape this weekend. It's raining.
Hello. rainy day yesterday, we're enjoying some sunshine. We are in the botanical garden. Yeah, it feels a lot like spring here.
One other thing I realized is how further along spring is in the city. Here the trees are slowly starting blooming, and you can see some spring flowers. But in the city it felt like it just exploded already. So that was nice to witness. This round actually I'm doing pretty often. It's one of my home rounds, if you want so. And I just never get tired of the views. I already came here when I was a child because my grandparents stayed here. I didn't grow up here, but I used to come here very often. And now that I'm living here, I'm just in awe every time I'm up here. Yeah. And the good thing about last week being a bit grey was that I actually got a lot done. I wrote some article for a magazine. I worked on my latest manuscript. And yeah, a lot of writing got done because problem is, if it's that beautiful, I usually am outdoors a lot. But that's the beauty of my life, I guess, which I'm very grateful for, that I have the liberty. The liberty only lasts as long until the kids come back from school, meaning They usually, or they come back for lunch every day. So I have to be home to cook. So I will just speed up a little bit. And we will see each other again next week.